Emma Clarke, a 28-year-old journalist, had just rented an old Victorian house on the outskirts of a foggy village near Whitby. The locals avoided the place, whispering about disappearances over the last century. Emma didn't believe in ghosts. At least, she hadn't until the fog began rolling in that first night. The first evening was quiet, but at exactly 2:05 a.m., she heard soft footsteps above the creaking floorboards. Her heart raced as she grabbed a flashlight and crept upstairs. Every door she checked was locked, yet the footsteps continued, fading and returning without pattern. Over the next few days, small oddities escalated. Drawers opened by themselves, lights flickered, and cold air swept through rooms with no windows open. Emma's cat refused to enter the hallway at night, arching its back and hissing at empty shadows. One rainy afternoon, she explored the attic and found a hidden trunk containing an old diary. Its pages belonged to Clara Whitmore, the last tenant before the house was abandoned. Clara had documented unexplainable events, shadows that moved independently, voices whispering through the fog, and a growing sense of being watched. That night, the fog outside was thick, curling around the street lamps and swallowing the village in grey silence. Emma awoke to a faint whisper calling her name. It was soft, almost pleading, yet unmistakably real. "Emma, help me." Drawn by curiosity and fear, she followed the voice to the basement. The air smelled of damp wood and mildew, heavy with something metallic. Her flashlight caught glimpses of strange symbols etched into the floor, unfamiliar and unsettling. Shadows flickered along the walls, moving as if alive. A sudden cold breeze brushed her neck, and she felt a hand press lightly on her shoulder. Emma spun around, but no one was there. The whispers grew louder, more urgent. "Leave before it takes you." Determined to uncover the truth, she read through Clara Whitmore's diary carefully. The previous tenant described the fog as almost sentient, capable of manipulating perception, making the house feel alive. The last entries warned that the fog would claim anyone who stayed too long. That evening, Emma heard scratching sounds from the walls, faint but constant. Shadows seemed to extend beyond corners, reaching toward her. She felt a deep sense of dread, as if the house itself were testing her sanity, challenging her to leave or succumb. The diary mentioned protective symbols. Emma began tracing them on the basement floor, hands trembling. The shadows recoiled, and for a moment the whispers subsided. But the fog outside pressed harder against the house, as if sensing her defiance. Suddenly the floorboards creaked loudly beneath her feet, revealing a small cavity filled with faintly glowing red eyes. Emma stumbled back in shock, realizing the house held more than memories. It held something alive, something patient. The whispers became voices she could no longer distinguish from her own thoughts, repeating warnings, threats, and promises. Fear clawed at her chest, but she forced herself to remain calm, documenting everything for her story. She ran upstairs and out the front door as the fog seeps through cracks and windows, brushing her like icy fingers. Each step felt weighted, the unseen presence pressing against her from all sides. The village beyond was silent. No one in sight, only the fog swirling endlessly. Emma collapsed on the cobblestone street, lungs burning, diary clutched tightly to her chest. The house loomed behind her, silent yet threatening. She realized she had survived the night, but the sense of being watched would never leave her. The story she had intended to write about a haunted house had changed. It was now a warning. Some places should never be entered, some secrets never uncovered. The fog still lingered around the house, whispering, waiting for its next tenant. Like, share, and subscribe my YouTube channel for more interesting stories.